Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Renegade Dagger, and you already know I'm back at it again with the sickest reviews. Today, your boy's gonna be reviewing Enterbay's newest real masterpiece series. He's the 7-time NBA All-Star, the 2-time All-NBA First Team, the 3-time All-NBA Second Team, the 2-time All-NBA Third Team. He's Mr. Basketball USA in '97, the Most Improved Player in 2001, and the 2-time NBA Scoring Champion, the one, the only, Tracy McGrady. AKA the man that killed Sean Bradley's career, AKA Mr. 13 points in 33 seconds, AKA Sleepy, but always and forever better known as just T-Mac. Alright, so for anybody new to the channel, I'm going to be reviewing this badass figure on 4 different categories: the packaging, the overall likeness, the articulation, and the accessories. Everybody still with me? Then let's get it. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the entire packaging on Enterbay's latest 1/6 scale NBA figure. If you've been riding with me before, then immediately you'll recognize the sweet design of the box, especially since the majority of their past releases follow the same art style. But my man Tracy McGrady got the full Houston Rockets treatment here. Really, Enterbay could have gone with either a Magic version or a Rockets version, but I'm personally glad they went with the team he was with the most in his career. So the box is obviously designed to look like T-Mac's jersey, and it's uniformed all the way to his name and number on the back of the box. But alright, enough of the outside of the packaging. Let's get a closer look at the inside of this bad boy. So, opening these figures for the first time is always a real treat since there's so much attention to detail put into them. The magnet on the side of the box is going to open it up, and if we do that, we get our first look at some of the accessories that he comes with. So, to the left, if we take away the tissue paper, we'll be able to see all of T-Mac's interchangeable hands. And since there's 7 there, looks like we get 9 hands in total this time. Nice, nice. We got 2 different shoes here, which are going to be the T-Mac 4s and the T-Mac 5s. You got the basketball. You got the dope stand. Nice. On the right side, we got this really dope T-Mac insert that obviously is, you know, the image of the back of his jersey. But what's really cool is that, you know, the protective tissue paper behind it is kind of what's, you know, revealing the design here. Just a neat touch. I've never really seen that done. I never noticed that in my Curry figure either, so I'll show you what I mean. Once I lift the insert, it gets a lot, the image gets degraded. If I have it on something dark, you don't see it as much. If you throw it back on something bright, it reveals the full, even, you know, the shadow effect that it has. It's just so cool. So you got another tissue paper that's going to be protecting everything, which is cool, and looks like some figure information behind that. But after that, it takes us to the uniforms. So if we pull this out, we'll actually get both uniforms displayed. And just the level of detail again that this has, looking like a real jersey, and it's ridiculous. The quality just keeps getting better and better from Enterbay with these figures. Let's quickly take a look at the back of these uniforms. Yes, sir. Number 1, McGrady. So again, just nice. Great quality stuff. Alright, so we're going to continue on and we're going to move the uniforms out of the way. Bear with me 1 second. Removing the last protective foam piece right here is going to finally I said, get us to the man himself, Tracy McGrady. And just like my Pippin and Chef Curry figures, T-Mac comes straight out of the box, Topolino, without any clothing. But no, it's to protect both the figure and the uniform, which I can definitely appreciate. But check out one of the most important parts of the figure, the head sculpts. Specially included in this figure is the T-Mac face mask. Last, but certainly not least, to add one final level of detail, we get Tracy's infamous wristbands to complete both the figure and the packaging, which I'm gonna have to give a very easy, what you think? Obvious 5 out of 5 for packaging. Now let's get into the likeness of T-Mac. Since this is the overall likeness, I figured let's actually get them out. And bear with me 1 second. Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Let's take a peek at the first head sculpt of T-Mac. Yo, tell me that's not my boy Sleepy right there. Tell me that's not my boy Sleepy right there. Yo. Yes, he was. 1997 drafted my boy T-Mac. Yeah, that's my boy. I see you, T-Mac. Nice. Alright, let's get into the second head sculpt. Let's go. Where you at, Action Head Sculpt? Where you at? I see you. You are right there. Nice. Get my damn finger out of the way. Yo, the level of detail on this figure. Man, I wish Pippin was a little bit better like this one. This one is nice. Pretty sweet looking action head sculpt, if I do say so myself. Yeah. I see you, T-Mac. Looks like the mask will probably work on both head sculpts too, so sweet. Just put this away. Now that we've seen that, let's get our boy all posed up and move on to, again, continue on, I should say, to the overall likeness of T-Mac. So here's our first real look at T-Mac, all put together and all posed up in all his 1/6 scale glory. And if it wasn't obvious already, Enterbay absolutely killed it on the likeness of T-Mac. Both head sculpts that are already shown, equally detailed and pretty much equally perfect in my opinion. But the amazingness doesn't stop there in this figure. They made sure to get all of the details right. From the terrible barbed wire tattoo in his left bicep to his T-Mac tattoo on his right shoulder to his Isaiah 54:17 tattoo right underneath it that reads, "And every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment shall be condemned." Yo, they made sure to get my boy Tracy McGrady looking tight. I mean, it's a darn near spotless figure. They even got my boy's crazy looking veins that pop out of his shoulder blades. Don't know if it comes through as good as it should, but trust me, the veins are popping out. Everyone can recognize him through that alone. My boy's looking sick. So I can't really say enough great things about the likeness on this figure. This T-Mac is straight fire. And I can't find anything wrong or incorrect on the figure. Everything from his scale. He's obviously going to be over 13 inches tall due to his 6'8" frame. To the superb head sculpts. To the figure's body, which is top-notch quality. To his proper sneakers and sick uniform. They brought it all. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give him another just filthy 5 out of 5 for the overall likeness. Now let's move on to one of my favorite categories to review, the articulation. Moving on to the articulation, and I got my boy in a monster jam pose. So y'all could see how beastly this man is. He used to be such a power dunker back in the day. And for articulation, I'm like, yo, I gotta get my man into just like this hyper dunk. It's so dope. So going into the articulation a little more, my man's got over 30 points of articulation on the figure. The arms are only gonna bend 90 degrees. It's probably the most you're gonna get out of it, but the legs are double jointed knees. He's got a lot of articulation in the neck, in the shoulder, in the chest, because the torso is pretty good. You can actually swivel him side to side as well. Shout out to the shoes, or his feet I should say, on the articulation as well, because you know, a lot of good ankle pivot and all that. I like the way that they do the foot pegs in here at an angle for the foot, for the shoe I should say. So yeah, nothing but high marks for the articulation on this figure and the majority of these NBA figures. Let's just take one last look at these sweet T-Mac 4s, the white and blacks. These were classics back in the day. Who remembers these? These shoes were like the heaviest shoes known to mankind. And it had that grip technology or something that would like, it was like a no-lace technology. I don't even know. But yeah, man, these were the lows. Sweet looking stuff. So if I had to honestly rate the articulation on this figure out of 5, I'd have to give it a 4 out of 5. And if anyone has ever watched my Curry video, for example, you would see that I actually gave those figures a 5 out of 5 on the articulation. And you would ask, why would I give this figure the 4 out of 5? And honestly, the only reason is because they came out with the new Motion series line, and those have way more like points of articulation, even though they're less, I don't know, realistic I guess, compared to these 1/6 scale. So it's possible to even get, you know, more out of these figures. I don't know if they'd ever do it with the 1/6 scale line, but you know, I am appreciative of the vast amount of articulation on this figure. But again, I gotta be fair because it's only right. So I'm gonna give this guy a 4 out of 5 on the articulation. Now let's get into the accessories. So now let's take one final look at all the accessories that the Big Sleep comes with. And right off the bat, you'll notice that I finally put my man's face mask on. Looking sweet as ever. So just like all the rest of the accessories, the quality is just top notch. It's got a nice snug fit on it, so it's not very loose or impossible to get on. I just love the fact that they added it as a bonus accessory, considering that this happened back, what, in 06? When Vashkel elbowed him in the nose and broke his nose and he had to wear it for the majority of the season, I think it was. Just sweet. Totally wouldn't have expected it or didn't expect it. And it just worked so awesome. So you'll see I laid out all the rest of the accessories here so you can get a real feel for just how much stuff comes with the figure. We obviously get 2 awesome head sculpts. That was the first, this is the second. We've gotten some good looks at them to see that they are definitely top notch. We get 2 different and accurate Houston Rockets uniforms. The red away one, which he's currently rocking. Beautiful. And the white home uniforms. And each one comes with its own set of elbow bands, socks, shoes, leg bands. They made sure to bring it all. I don't know what else to say. We also get another just amazing stand for the figure. It's got the Houston Rockets logo on it. In gold, they got Tracy McGrady's name on it. You get the 1/6 scale Spalding NBA basketball with all the details and textures of a basketball, and it's magnetized as well, so it's even got some weight on it. If we move on down, you'll see the second pair of shoes a little closely now. These are the T-Mac 5s, the black and reds. Just amazing, amazing detail. Just absolutely as authentic as you can get without any copywritten stuff on them. Closer look at the mask on its own. Just the second pair of shoes. Very bright. It's just sweet T-Mac 4s. Lastly, T-Mac comes with 9 total signature interchangeable hands, including the pair with the magnets inside so that he can hold the basketball in either hand. So you got the left-handed one right there. He's going to be wearing the right-handed one right there already. The other hands range from a pair of dunking hands, which are those ones that can actually hang on the Enterbay 1/6 scale basketball rim. You got the action posed left hands, which is right there in a separate one. You get a relaxed left hand, and then you're going to have the pointing finger right hand and a shooting hand. Again, 9 in total. I think they definitely made them all count, so you can get a plethora of poses on this dude. All in all, this figure's extras pack a punch, and I can honestly say that this figure is not missing a single thing that I could possibly think of. So with that being said, for the accessories on T-Mac, I have to give Enterbay one final 5 out of 5 for the accessories. Now let's get my final thoughts on this figure and score them up properly. Alright, so I hope you've enjoyed this review on the Enterbay T-Mac figure. Tried to include some cool dynamic poses for you guys, like this signature T-Mac dunk that he's in right now, so that you could better appreciate how just amazing and just filthy he is. Alright, so to sum up this review, I gave the packaging a 5 out of 5. I gave the likeness a 5 out of 5. I gave the articulation a 4 out of 5. And I gave the accessories another 5 out of 5 for a total score of 19 out of 20, which is just absolutely ridiculous, and will explain to you just how amazing this figure is. Alright, I just want to thank everybody one last time for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. For all those wondering, yes, my boy T-Mac is back, baby! And I highly recommend anybody to pick him up, especially all my T-Mac fans. Anyways, this is going to be your boy, Renegade Dagger, officially signing out saying, peace.